Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Tuesday, December 5th, 2023, 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Good morning. Welcome to the show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto movers, and shakers of the day. And you're like, you big dummy, you're on 10 minutes early. Well, yep, I am, because I'm addicted to y'all. And I take a few chart requests, make sure my mouth gets warmed up and it's connecting with my brain, get my TA muscles flexing early in the morning. And I just like to say hi to y'all and kind of take things a little bit slow. It's good morning, shake and bake. Hector, Greg, Andre, and let's do an audio visual check, please. Clifton, Revive, hey Bennett, Tom, Carl, Fernando, Jungle Cat, Buenos Dias, Topher, hey Casey in London. So you're KCZ from our chat and you're in London. How cool are you? Geo Guitar, I am obsessed with London influencers and all the stuff that y'all have in London for Christmas. The dancing, what is that? The pudding that goes up and down in this like restaurant or cafe. Oh, love. Hey, Geo Guitar Ramon. Awesome. Gino, Basque, Sam, Tess, Omar, Kat. Thank you, Night Truck. I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Mike, Mal, Jeff, Mark, Dollar Tree. Gosh, I love the Dollar Tree, and I say it every time I see your name. Hey, Carlos, Bud Girl, and 99 Slacker, but a yacht ain't one. Hey, Chef. Let's go back up to the top. In my mind, it's like I know all of you and we're all friends. And I know that that is so weird, but I just can't think of it any other way because it helps my motivation for prep is I've got to help my friends today. So I don't know if you signed up to be my friend, but you are if you're here. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I'm looking for chart requests now. Merc for Bud Girl. Welcome to TCG, Bud Girl. She's a new member. MRK. Nope, that's not it. MERK. See, this is why I gotta warm up. Is that the right Indonesia? Is that the one you want? I guess that's the only one. Let me make sure. How about I do MRK? And if you want me to do MERK, let me know. But I think you're in the US and I think this is the one you want. If not, let me know. All right. Weekly's trying to get something going. Daily higher high, plenty of room for a daily higher low. So if you want a position here, now you're waiting for first hourly oversold to mark that first higher low if you get it. That's what you want if you're looking for a long. Oh, that's sweet. That's nice. So plenty of room for a daily higher low, potential 4-hour bull flag. This chart looks good. It's over the daily 50 MA. We still have the 200 MA overhead to deal with. Hey, JFB. AI for Chris. I got a lot of good feedback on my soapbox moment yesterday. I'm glad that that helped. I always try to help. You know, I missed the mark here and there. Okay, AI is on its third weekly inside bar. That's nice. That's really nice. And I'm going to go over FinViz today. So I'm going to use FinViz now to show you the high short float on AI. AI short float 34.7%. That's an extremely high short float. What can you do with that information? Well, if this were to have a bull break, then this could be your friend, because then we would expect a squeeze of sorts. Last week I kept telling y'all I want it to stay in this range. Stay. The more it can compress and condense and pressure builds, that's good for a potential breakout. So you're down here testing the low of yesterday. I like it for a long attempt against 29.97, looking to position yourself within these weekly inside bars and potentially take advantage of a bull break if it happens with this high short flow. Okay, well, I love you, Alfredo. CGC. Okay, so CGC had a great day yesterday. Okay, so Weekly, we're still looking for a lower high on the weekly. Daily, we got a trend change. I mean, I would like for this low to have not happened to feel better about calling it a trend change, but let's call it a trend change nonetheless. You have enough room for a 4-hour high or low. After a large move like this, you're looking for a back burner trade during regular trading hours. So you would look for first 5 or 15-minute oversold during regular trading hours for a potential long attempt. These names don't follow all the technical rules because people love to hate on them. So we go in recognizing that. A bull flag stays alive on the 4-hour chart if we hold 71 cents. Oh, that'd be fun, JFB. Okay. So PLTR is next. We don't have data, at least any 2 or 3 star data in 4 minutes, so I don't need to go back to indices quite yet. We lost our daily uptrend. So I was telling y'all I don't like this pattern here. So we went from higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, and then that sets up that lower high situation, and now we've taken out the low. And this is a diamond bearish reversal pattern. And I'll say it again, I still stand by this. I like this company. Fundamentally, I like this company. We are looking for a weekly higher low. We are approaching oversold on the 4-hour. What's it going to take to get that weekly higher low set? Are we going to have to flush down to $18 or $17.93 to get that weekly higher low? That's the next attempt that bulls are watching for. And we're in the zone with this 4-hour approaching oversold, but you really want to flush it open and maybe even break through $18 to $17.93, and then maybe you could find a bottom. Let me set an alert there for $17.95 in case I want to take it. Merck Healthcare. Okay, I think I got the right one then. Yeah, Night Truck, tell them, hit the like button. Euro. Yes, data will move markets for sure. JOLTs is pretty big. So I'm assuming you want the Euro USD 8 cap. If that's the wrong one, let me know. So we're on the daily 200 MA. We're looking for a weekly higher low. 4-hour got oversold. I was about to say we had some bullish divergence, but we don't. We have a double bottom here on the 4-hour. We're no longer oversold on the 4-hour as we look for the weekly higher low at the weekly 50 MA, at the daily 50 MA. I like this for a potential long if we can break over 108.421. But yes, I would expect some movement in these names and every name with this type of data. We have JOLTs at 10 a.m. That's the biggest. That's the biggest and the baddest. ISM is big, but Powell has referenced JOLTs as being a key economic data point that he looks at. So this is the one for the day, JOLTs. Okay, perfect. I think we got it covered then. Netflix for Adara. We'll get started in 1 minute. Netflix is breaking the low of yesterday. We're looking for a weekly higher low. 4-hour is beat up. This is what we want. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this just moved up on my list. I don't know why I didn't look at Netflix this morning. But I like this. So what we want is, what do we want? This is yesterday's low. Let me go ahead and mark this up. Okay, so we want that gap down below yesterday's low. We want it to stay below yesterday's low at market open. Gap down, push it good, salt and pepper style, below 450. Yeah, definitely give it to me below 450. Your next support is at 44564, so below 450, and then see if we can get this beach ball push up. Once we push it below and we can't keep it below water again, looking for the weekly high or low with 4 hours so beat up. Yeah, this is going on the list. This is going to be top watch now. Who asked me? Adara? Yeah, I like this. Now I got to be patient. I'll be honest, I wasn't patient enough with NVDA yesterday. I did make green. Got stopped out my last scale, but I was green. I got in again. I closed the day green, but it wasn't anything cute that I'd want to show my mom. So hopefully, not hope it isn't a strategy that Netflix I will handle a little bit better today. But it could get all the way down to 445 and I would still like it long. But we gotta wait for the right side of the V. We gotta wait. I'm glad you like that salt and pepper. Hey, Train Man Dan. I hope you are well. No problem, bud girl. All right, let's get this show on the road. All right, good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. In the YouTube description of this YouTube video, there is a link to a ebook on how to use EMAs as part of your strategy. So if you want to click on that and check that out. If you're interested in what all these crazy colors are on my chart, like what are these yellow candles, that is also explained in the YouTube description. There is a link for the PDF explanation as to what everything is on Lori's chart. Alternatively, if you want to watch a YouTube video, we also have that. Google Chart Guys video, how to set up your charts like Dan or Lori. And we have that YouTube video done by Joey, Chart Guys Jungle Funk. All right, what do I do here every morning? Well, I get a little confused. No, I'm kidding. So what I do here is I show you this table. I call it the Market Environment Dossier, and it's basically my record keeping of what's important and what's not. And overall, we're looking a slightly more bearish than bullish, but let me draw your attention to this. I think Apple's potential weekly bull flag is what will be very important today. Essentially, we're looking for any rotation back into NASDAQ, back into semiconductors that could help the market with this next leg up, because the market's been able to maintain some strength while NASDAQ has totally been falling off the map, taking a breather, a big CS stuff. Big in Louisiana, we call that a dodo, Cajun French. They've taken a nap. They've been taking a big dodo. All right, so back to indices. So I showed you my table. I have my notes that are off screen that I copy and paste for TCG members when I am done. Hang Seng down 1.91%, which I did see somewhere else was down 2%. Either way, it's almost oversold on the daily. Asia has not been faring well. While our tech names have been running for a couple months, their market has not benefited, and DAX is green. Oh, good, Jamie. All right. Let me get back to my grandma would say, let me get back to my rat killing. Stay focused, Lori. Okay, on the 4 hour, we have a clear trend line. You can really see it on the daily chart. We have the low of November 16th, November 30th, and yesterday, all forming a very clear trend line. We were down here testing it this morning. Bulls are buying the dip. You see that lower wick? That's bulls buying the dip off this trend line. We're holding yesterday's low for now. And I took a long, and my long is at 45.62 average. 45.62 average, looking for a long in this area for the potential. Well, what does it look better on? The daily potential. I don't want to call it a daily bull flag. It's like we're right in no man's land. Let me look at it on the 3-day. I had this spelled out this morning in my notes. Yeah, it has a potential bull flag. It's just we're making these tiny little higher highs. Bulls have been holding on just fine. Yeah, the hourly EMAs are overhead. Yeah, we're in a 4-hour downtrend, but we're right here at trend line support. And this ain't an ugly chart. We're holding the daily 8 EMA. We're inside yesterday's range. Everything's hunky-dory. And we've been able to do this without NASDAQ. What could we do if NASDAQ bounced? And NASDAQ is in a great area to potentially bounce. So let's see what it can do. KK, I don't know if you said good morning, but now you've said it. Good morning. All right, so we talked about NASDAQ. We're down here in a 4-hour downtrend. I wouldn't say that NASDAQ has really messed everything up. We are at the daily 21 EMA, where ES, we're on the 8 EMA. So NASDAQ has given up a little bit more. But it's okay. It's still a potential weekly bull flag. No big deal. Everybody gets a break. Everybody. I used to tell my dad that when I would work, and he'd be like, no, not you. Not you today. You don't get a break. I had a lot of physical labor growing up. A lot. Maybe that made my work ethic what it is. Go figure. Okay, so RTY, potential 4-hour bull flag. IWM is where it has been at, and that's made market internals noisy. So RTY has 2,000, look, 2,000 symbols inside Russell. SPY has 500. So if Russell's being extremely bullish, it can make market internals really noisy because it has more names within. NASDAQ has 100. Dow has 50. So if the Russell is leading, it makes market internals a little noisy. So remember that. However, I would like to keep IWM on watch. This has been very strong for back burners. I think IWM is set up very nicely for back burners today, and I have it as a queen of the mountain. So you're looking, I want y'all to look at what happened. Let me put it on IWM so you can see it. Look what happened with 5-minute oversold here at open. Boom. Look at what happened 5-minute oversold here. Boom. And it may be the next back burner is a 15-minute oversold. I would feel more comfortable playing a 15-minute oversold on IWM. Okay, well, if I'm so happy about it, let me go set an alert. Tell me when the RSI gets to 30 on IWM. Okay, back up to our indices, Dow. Hey, Jay Stevens. I want to visit Montana so badly. And I'm right next door. So the Dow has a potential daily bull flag. Y'all, this thing is beautiful. Dow has been so strong. Keep this one on back burner watch. We're on our second daily inside bar. Currently, it doesn't mean it will hold. Hourly, small little bear breaks without a lot of follow through. What does that make it more feasible or plausible that we do have a daily bull flag when you have these tiny bear breaks on lower time frames without follow through? VIX is still a little spunky. Doesn't scare me. Hourly lower high is the more likely scenario, and a 4-hour lower high. That's good for the market. Let's look at the dollar. We need the dollar to sit its butt down, lose the hourly EMAs. Daily, we want this daily lower high set, and then pull back, make the higher low. And what we really want is on the weekly, we want this to be a bear flag. On the dollar, that would help the market bulls. Back to Bitcoin, it took a breather last night, but it's back up to shenanigans trying to go green here. What's wrong with this chart? Here's a hint. Nothing. Tiny bear breaks out, follow through, makes you zoom out and say, we got a potential, 12-hour bull flag? Yep, that's perfect. Tiny bear breaks on the hourly chart without follow through, zoom out, potential bull flag on the 12-hour chart, stay in back burner mode on Bitcoin until bears tell you otherwise. They have proven nothing. And Bitcoin is stronger than Ethereum, so if you're trading back burners, I would stick with Bitcoin. All right, let's look at gold. Gold had a blow off top on Sunday, that big upper wick of profit taking. 4-hour downtrend. Bulls are trying to form a double bottom here. I don't like the way that gold is behaving at all. I would be a much more comfortable gold bear than a gold bull. All right. Oil came down, hit weekly support. We broke it by 20 cents and we're bouncing now. So we have API estimates after hours today at 4:30. We have oil inventory tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern. I would call this a weekly double bottom on oil for right now. I would say that's a double bottom. We know that oil likes to break by pennies and then zoom higher. It likes to inflict the most amount of pain on the most amount of people. Remember, any stock or name or commodity that you look at, the whole goal is it's going to get to where it's going, and it wants to get to where it's going with as few people as possible loaded on the bus. So just imagine that this is a little bus driving down the road. We're driving down the hill, and it wants to throw people off the bus as many times as it can with these little bounces up. Throw a bear off the bus, throw a bear off the bus, throw a bear off the bus. So names want to go. They're going to go where they're going to go with as few people as possible on board. It is an equal opportunity dream destroyer. So stick with your plan, stick with your conviction, and try to keep emotions down as much as possible. Don't be a victim. Nat gas, whatever. I don't want to look at that. It's bouncing. Congrats, whatever. I don't know. I'm so bitter at nat gas. I used to love to trade nat gas. And I know there are people out there killing nat gas. If you've been shorting it for a while, you've been killing it. And I haven't been shorting it. So I haven't had clear signals. And I haven't been G-hauling with it. Like that's what you call it in the South when you're jiving with somebody and you're just you're vibing with them and you're feeling their flow. I have been in flow state with oil for most of the summer and fall. I haven't traded it in a couple of weeks. I just kind of fell off from it. And that happens with names where you feel it and you're grooving. And then other times you just get out of step. You're stepping on each other's toes and you just back off and say, I'm not going to dance with you anymore. Nat gas is not my current dance partner. And next year it may be my favorite stock or commodity of all time. And that's possible. I used to love to trade nat gas, but it needs to get its act together. And I need to vibe with it a little bit better than I have. Apple. My gas attitude. You love my hints. Sometimes y'all thank me for stuff and I'm like, what did I do? I don't even remember doing that. Blonde. Potential weekly bull flag. So Apple looks great. What's wrong with this chart? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not one darn thing. It's up here. It's getting above yesterday's high right now. Y'all, this market bears don't stand a chance if this weekly bull flag confirms on Apple. It is beautiful. Amazon, potential weekly bull flag. 4 hour never got oversold, which is kind of a bummer. That's usually a good place to look for those higher lows. We're down here closer to the low of day than the high. Well, actually, we're in the middle now. Amazon is not as healthy as Apple. Nvidia, 4 hour was oversold when we closed yesterday. When we open, we'll see where we are when we open. If we're still oversold, I would love a flush of 450. And then let's get this party started. The daily 50 MA today is at, and it adjusts every day, 452.72 is the new daily 50 MA average. And y'all, I like to think in my head, what is this count? So it is counting the last 50 days. Okay, I don't know why I'm doing this. The last 50 days of where we closed on Nvidia. It does the last 50 and then it totals those up and then it divides by 50 and that's the new average. And I know that this isn't rocket science. I just like to remind myself of what is going on behind the numbers. So every day it updates because you drop off that last day and then you add the prior day. You add the next day. So right now I've totally messed up my chart. I don't know why I did that, but that's okay. So the daily 50 MA is at 452.72. I am a bull on Nvidia looking for the weekly higher low as long as the daily 50 MA is being held. And the more beat up it can get right below 450, even to 445, which really confuses me with Netflix because they're almost the same exact price. I like Nvidia long. Good morning. Okay. So Tesla's holding the daily 50 MA and it broke this support by 20 cents, this 232.10. Last Friday we hit 231.90. That's still a daily double bottom, y'all. So here's the question. We've got this weekly lower high. Are we just going to bobble here right below it, make a quick higher low and then zoom higher? Because this daily chart looks okay right here, holding support, double bottom, and holding the daily 50 MA. It ain't bad looking. So we'll see what Tesla bulls can do. What can they pull out of their hat? AMC, Beyonce. So y'all probably remember a month or two ago with AMC. It was one of my best trades I had. I posted it in chat. It was a Friday lotto. It was unbelievable. And it was a Sell the News event on Taylor Swift Eras movie announcement. Beyonce, she announced that she was doing her movie in AMC theaters months ago. Well, it kicked off this weekend and it broke records. So AMC is bouncing on that data. I think we will get to an eventual Sell the News. I think it's poised well right now with a daily higher high. Potential bull flag here on the 4 hour. I like AMC as long as it holds a 728 area. You see my little triangle right there? I have an alert. Tell me if it hits 730. I like AMC to the long side. Game, I like to the long side. Dan pointed out this cup and handle. Give credit where credit's due. Potential 4 hour cup and handle here. As long as it holds 1646, and look at that. I have an alert set there. Tell me if it gets to 1650 area. It is still a bull flag as long as we hold 1650. Game looks good for potential continuation. IWM, potential 4 hour bull flag. And I told y'all I want the 15-minute oversold. And look, y'all saw me set that alert earlier. MSOS. I like MSOS for this hourly EQ we have going on. We had this daily tightening range. We popped up, and now a bull that missed this move is looking for the daily higher low. And you would like to buy the dip 713. If it can hold that, that may be an area to get long against 713. Netflix, I already gushed as to why I like this chart. We're looking for the weekly higher low, 4 hours beat up, and I want, oh shoot, it ain't gonna gap down anymore. It's reclaiming yesterday's low. I still like the trade, I just don't like it as much. XLF looking for a short. $36.59 is the key resistance that we need to hold to possibly short against. And I'm looking for rotation out of XLF back into QQQ. That's where the logic meets. All right, I didn't go over FinViz and I really wanted to, so let's go over that now. FinViz. I do not have a current paid subscription to FinViz. I used to pay for it, but then I realized that what I need from it, I can get for free. So I just want to show you real quickly what I use FinViz for, and I use the free elements. Heat map I look at every day just to see what's red. And you see yesterday, all of our big names were super red, but everything else was pretty much green. And that's why our market didn't roll over, which is the perfect rotation where you have the bulk of stocks or the breadth of stocks very broad. Lots of names are participating to the green side, offsetting the few large red names that aren't participating. So that's a way that I use FinViz every day. Here's another way I use it. I love to look at high short float. Now I'm not going to be able to find it. I went through all this morning. 1 second. Here it is. Short float. Tell me every name that's over 30% short, and then I sort here by volume. So CVNA is heavily shorted, and you can kind of hover over this and see the chart pattern as well. I want you to look at FSR. I believe that this is still the most heavily shorted, 47.6%. Listen to Crazy Lady. FSR is going to have its moment in the sun, and I am watching ready to pounce. Ready to pounce. 47.6%. This is my #1 tax loss harvesting name into the end of the year because it's at the 52-week low. It's probably at an all-time low, and it has such a high short float. It just needs one piece of news or one 4-hour trend change to really start trapping some shorts and putting some pressure on it. I don't have a position yet, but I'm watching it like a hawk. Okay, so this is how I use the screener. I may use it, say, okay, show me all the ones with short float, and I only want the high volume names. Okay, let's clear. I should have practiced this a little bit. Okay. Then I will look at yesterday or this weekend, I believe, Red Devil in our chat said, hey, the Panama Canal, Suez Canal, the water's low, shipping is booming. And so he put a ticker, and then Dan put a few more tickers. Well, I can go right here to marine shipping here, and I'm sorted by volume, and I can get the #1 names in marine shipping free. I'm not paying for this. And I can go hover over their name and I can look at their chart real quick. You see that? It's very handy. Also, you can look at patterns. So yesterday I was like, what is in a strong wedge? Okay. And I found this name, just kind of looking through these. I found this ELV name. I want you to look at this chart. I know I have it at the bottom of this list because I wanted to watch it. Look at that squeeze, y'all, on that weekly chart. That's potential daily cup and handle. I found this through FinViz. Looking at FinViz for strong ascending triangles, and this one happens to be breaking bull. Now, some of these patterns you do have to pay if you want to get very specific, but I find that what I need, I can do very easily with the free version. And you can Google, give me a FinViz screen for CanSlim. So CanSlim is looking for names that have great earnings. You're looking for huge EPS growth. You're looking for market cap greater than 300 million, sales growth over 20%, yada, yada. So if you are looking for a CanSlim screener, this is it. You can screenshot this. And this is going to give you names that are financially healthy. Look at that. These are the only names that meet all of the CanSlim criteria. This makes me want to go look at all these. Sorry, I have to look now. That name looks pretty beat up, PAYO. Let me sort by volume. I don't want any low volume names. Isn't that cool? Clean Spark, man, that's a good name. Mankind, wow, look at that. So you can use FinViz in all these different ways. I just want to show you a few of the ways that I use it. Sometimes I will get people that will say, hey, the Bear Cave, they're going to announce a name that has a 10 billion or whatever, let's say $10 billion or less than $10 billion micro cap name. And then I can go sort here and try to figure out what they're going to call out. So there's just so many ways you can use it. Sorry, I get kind of mentally lost when I get on FinViz. I'm just get so busy and interested in it that I kind of lose focus. So I lost track of the chat. I'm sorry about that, but I hope my little demo of FinViz helped you somewhat. I hope my soapbox yesterday on watching the chart and not your P&L helped somebody. And I hope you have a wonderful trading day and you use stop losses. TCG members, I'll see you in chat and I'll be live on the midday today. And I will post any good looking trades that I see. All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Use stop losses.